How you loving? Welcome. We are reading the entire Bible. Yes. Including the Apocrypha. Yes. And the Pseudipigrapha, parts of the Pseudipigrapha. Yes. All from public domain sources, not violating copyright whatsoever. And we're here every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, live or replay if I am on a plane. Welcome. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? I'm Reverend Valerie Love, Divine Midwife of Soul Destiny. I support you in living on purpose, doing what you were born to do, doing what you love. I do that in our magical community, Money Magic. Link is below. Also, the author of 26 books on practical spirituality, Christian witchcraft, magic, and the occult. You can pick them up at valerielove.com/books. Yes, yes, yes. Today, we're on the Book of Enoch. Let's go. The Book of Enoch. Let's go. Hold on. Let me approach this screen share a little differently. One moment. A hex you screen share to work. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in, everyone. I love seeing y'all every morning. Love it. Here we go. It is the morning show. This is your morning inspiration. This is what is the Bible. This is spiritual community. This is upliftment. This is spirituality. This is metaphysical wisdom. This is Christian witchcraft. This is all of the things for your soul ascension. And now, my son Methuselah, call to me all your brothers, and gather to me all the children of your mother. For a voice calls me, and a spirit has been poured over me, so that I may show you everything that will come upon you forever. And after this, Methuselah went and called his brothers to him and gathered his relations. And he spoke about righteousness to all his sons and said, "Hear, my children, all the words of your father, and listen properly to the voice of my mouth. For I will testify and speak to you, my beloved. Love uprightness and walk in it. And do not draw near to uprightness with a double heart. And do not associate with those of a double heart. But walk in righteousness, my children, and it will lead you in good paths. And righteousness will be your companion. For I know that this state of wrongdoing will continue on earth. And the great punishment will be carried out on the earth, and an end will be made of all iniquity. And it will be cut off at its roots, and its whole edifice will pass away. Iniquity will again be complete on the earth, and all the deeds of iniquity and the deeds of wrong and of wickedness will prevail for a second time. And when iniquity and sin and blasphemy and wrong and all kinds of evil deeds increase, and when apostasy, wickedness, and uncleanness increase, a great punishment will come from heaven upon all these, and the Holy Lord will come in anger and in wrath to execute judgment on the earth. In those days, wrongdoing will be cut off at its roots, and roots of iniquity, together with deceit, will be destroyed from under heaven. And all the idols of the nations will be given up. Their towers will be burnt in fire, and they will remove them from the whole earth. And they will be thrown down into the judgment of fire, and will be destroyed in anger and in the severe judgment that is forever. And the righteous will rise from sleep, and wisdom will rise and will be given to them. And after this, the roots of iniquity will be cut off, and the sword will destroy the sinners. The blasphemers will be cut off. In every place, blasphemy will be destroyed by the sword. And after this, there will be another week, the 8th, that of righteousness. And a sword will be given to it, so that the righteous judgment may be executed on those who do wrong, and the sinners will be handed over into the hands of the righteous. And at its end, they will acquire houses because of their righteousness, and a house will be built for the great King in glory forever. And after this, in the ninth week, the righteous judgment will be revealed to the whole world, and all the deeds of the impious will vanish from the whole earth, and the world will be written down for destruction, and all men will look to the path of uprightness. And after this, in the 10th week, in the 7th part, there will be an eternal judgment that will be executed on the watchers, and the great eternal heaven that will spring from the midst of the angels. And the first heaven will vanish and pass away, and a new heaven will appear, and all the powers of heaven will shine forever with sevenfold light. And after this, there will be many weeks without number, forever, in goodness and in righteousness. And from then on, sin will never again be mentioned. And now I tell you, my children, and show you the paths of righteousness and the paths of wrongdoing. And I will show you again so that you may know what is to come. And now listen, my children, walk in the paths of righteousness, and do not walk in the paths of wrongdoing, for all those who walk in the path of iniquity will be destroyed forever. Written by Enoch the scribe, this complete wisdom and teaching, praised by all men and a judge of the whole earth, for all my sons who dwell on earth, and for the last generations who will practice justice and peace. Let not your spirit be saddened by the times, for the Holy and Great One has appointed days for all things. And the righteous man will rise from sleep, will rise and will walk in the path of righteousness, and all his paths and his journeys will be in eternal goodness and mercy. He will show mercy to the righteous man, and to him give eternal uprightness, and to him give power. And he will live in goodness and righteousness, and will walk in eternal light. And sin will be destroyed in darkness forever, and from that day will never again be seen. And after this, Enoch began to speak from the books. And Enoch said, concerning the sons of righteousness, and concerning the chosen of the world, and concerning the plant of righteousness and uprightness, I will speak these things to you, and make them known to you, my children. I, Enoch, according to that which appeared to me in the heavenly vision, and that which I know from the words of the holy angels, and understanding from the tablets of heaven. And Enoch then began to speak from the books and said, I was born the 7th, in the 1st week, while justice and righteousness still lasted. And after me, in the 2nd week, great injustice will arise, and deceit will have sprung up. And in it there will be the first end, and in it a man will be saved. And after it has ended, iniquity will grow, and he will make a law for the sinners. And after this, in the 3rd week, at its end, a man will be chosen as the plant of righteous judgment. And after him will come the plant of righteousness forever. And after this, in the 4th week, at its end, visions of the righteous and holy will be seen, and a law for all generations, and an enclosure will be made for them. And after this, in the 5th week, at its end, a house of glory and sovereignty will be built forever. And after this, in the 6th week, all those who live in it will be blinded, And the hearts of them all, lacking wisdom, will sink into impiety. And in it, a man will ascend, and at its end, the house of sovereignty will be burnt with fire. And in it, the whole race of the chosen root will be scattered. Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. And after this, in the 7th week, an apostate generation will arise, and many will be its deeds, but all its deeds will be apostasy. And at its end, the chosen righteous. Hold on. From the eternal plant of righteousness will be chosen, to whom will be given sevenfold teaching concerning his whole creation. I'm going to need to get me some water. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to tell you what this is in a moment. Whew, metaphysics is powerful. For, and at its end, the chosen righteous from the eternal plant of righteousness will be chosen, to whom will be given sevenfold teaching concerning his whole creation. For is there any man who can hear the voice of the Holy One and not be disturbed? And who is there who can think his thoughts? And who is there who can look at all the works of heaven? And how should there be anyone who could understand the works of heaven and see a soul or a spirit and tell about it, or ascend and see all their ends and comprehend them, or make anything like them? And is there any man who can know the length and breadth of the earth? And to who has all its measurements been shown? Or is there any man who could know the length of heaven, and what is its height, and on what is it fixed, and how large is the number of stars, and where do all the lights rest? And now I say to you, my children, love righteousness and walk in it, for the paths of righteousness are worthy of acceptance, but the paths of iniquity will quickly be destroyed and vanish. And to certain men from a future generation, the paths of wrongdoing and death will be revealed, and they will keep away from them and will not follow them. And now I say to you, the righteous, do not walk in the wicked path or in wrongdoing or in the paths of death, and do not draw near to them, or you may be destroyed. But seek and choose for yourself righteousness and a life that is pleasing, and walk in the paths of peace, so that you may live and prosper. And hold my words firmly in the thoughts of your heart, and do not let them be erased from your heart. For I know that sinners will tempt men to debate wisdom, and no place will be found for it, and temptation will in no way decrease. Woe to those who build iniquity and found deceit, for they will quickly be thrown down and will not have peace. Woe to those who build their houses with sin, for from their whole foundation they will be thrown down, and by the sword they shall fall. And those who acquire gold and silver will quickly be destroyed in the judgment. Woe to you, you rich, for you have trusted in your riches, but from your riches you will depart, for you did not remember the Most High in the days of your riches. You have committed blasphemy and iniquity and are ready for the day's outpouring of blood, and for the day of darkness and for the day of the great judgment. Thus I say and make known to you that he who created you will throw you down, and over your fall there will be no mercy, but your creator will rejoice at your destruction. And your righteousness in those days will be a reproach to the sinners and to the impious. Pausing here. If you came for the reading of Enoch, there you have it. Now let's get into the commentary. Let me tell you why my body reacted viscerally to what I was reading. It took me right back to the JW world. For the last couple of days that we've been reading Enoch, I've been saying to myself, this has been my inner conversation. Let me be very transparent with you and give you my inner conversation. For the last couple of days that we have been reading Enoch, I've been saying, God, Lord, come on, Enoch. You said the same thing over and over and over. The wicked are going to be destroyed and the good ones are going to live. Like, how many ways do you say this? This is the old JW story again. This is the old good versus evil story again. This is Zoroastrianism all over again. Like, and it's just over. It's like on a loop. It's like on a loop. Nothing new. It's like a loop and it's making me crazy. So my body is like, bleh. I'm like, oh. Literally, the words would not come out of my mouth. So let me tell you something. Let me share something that may be of great value. Metaphysically, if you have resistance to something in your consciousness, it will come out, it will show, it will express itself, because the subconscious mind is more powerful and more potent than the conscious mind. So if you want to try to not have your unconscious, subconscious resistance to something show, good luck on that, because the subconscious mind always wins. The subconscious mind always wins. So the subconscious mind told me, you don't like this. You don't live by this. You don't agree with this. This is not your jam. I'm like, I know, but I'm just reading it. That's what's going on inside of my consciousness, to be very transparent and honest with you, that I read all of these things. I don't agree with all of these things. I don't like all of these things. And reading through it sometimes feels like great. And sometimes reading through it feels like, again, we still talking about this again. That's the part of my mind that gets bored quick. I don't know. Do y'all have this? Do you have a part of your mind that your brain just is like, we did that already. I'm out. It's boring. No, like I have that part of my brain. Sometimes it's helpful and sometimes it's not, because that part of my brain will tell me, be out. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. Yes, we are. We are doing this. Oh my God. Literally, the words would not come out. My throat was like, no. I'm like, wait a minute. Body, because the subconscious mind controls your body. You just saw it. The subconscious mind controls your body. So if you think that your mind doesn't control your body, you just saw it. I had to negotiate with myself. Okay, self. Yes, I love you. Yes, I hear you. Yes, you're right. This part is boring. I don't fight with myself. There's many selves in here. I don't fight with myself. Yes, you're absolutely right. This part is boring. Yes, it's apocalyptic. Yes, it keeps talking about hell and damnation for all the evil and good for all the good. Yes, it is the JW story all over again. And yes, you're right. I love that. All of that is right. I don't see where no lies detected. And Could you help me read it just so we know what it is? Okay. I don't believe it. I'm on side with the parts of me that don't want to do the thing. I don't fight myself. I don't fight myself. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yes. Oh my God. I'm talking to the right group of people, family. Yes, like that's me. Like I'm out of here. Exactly. Exactly. And you know what I find, Reverend Evelyn, too, about this? The body will tell the truth before the mouth will, baby. Sharonda, you said a word. Sharonda, you said a whole word. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, and I find that this is also especially prevalent with very creative people. Like, we're very creative, and I'm thinking about the next book I'm writing, and I'm thinking about all the different things that are going on in my brain. And then you got to get it on this track to read this thing that in no way, it feels that in no way does it align with your life. It doesn't align with who you are currently. It doesn't align with um anything that you stand for. So why are we even doing this? So I need to have a conversation with all of my inner selves that, hey, we're going to be reading parts of the Bible. Well, we're going to be reading the entire Bible. And I understand you don't agree with any of this, not any of it. There will be parts that will not be your favorite. And we're going to do it anyway because we're seeking enlightenment. We're all going to go up. We're seeking enlightenment, truth, right? All right. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. Dia. Yes, I am down to my last 2 weeks in my home of 12 years. And as I'm moving my stuff, my sinuses and gut are slowing me down. Yes. It is fascinating. The mind body connection. It's all one. It's all one. And we cannot ignore the messages of the body. They're telling us for a reason. It's telling us what to give attention to. It's telling us it's giving us truth because the body cannot lie. That's the other thing. The body will tell the truth before the mouth will. Yes, and the body cannot lie. Now, my mind can make up a lot of lies. My mind can lie. Oh, my mind can lie. Oh, my mind can make up grandiose lies. My mind can make up such convoluted, grandiose lies that it would put what do you call those people who are just a psychopathic liar? What do you call those people? There's a name for those people. They just lie and lie and lie. There used to be one on Saturday Night Live. He was super hilarious. You know those people that pathological liars, they just keep lying and lying and lying. Well, my mind can outdo them with the lies, with stories that are just not true. They're not true. They've never been true, and they never will be true. And the ancestors just look at me like, okay, well, you can keep believing that if you want to. But yeah, but that's what happened. Well, it happened because you believe it, not the other way around. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Help me, help me, help me. Angel. I've had a few difficult conversations, and each time I got a big knot in my throat. Yes, and words disappeared. The conversations were had, though. That's it, a pathological liar. Thank you so much. I feel like y'all are my co-hosts because y'all help me with everything going on. That is it. Remember that pathological liar that was on Saturday Night Live, and he would be like, "Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah," and then I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then when I got to the top, I found a diamond. Yeah, like you could just see that in his eye movement and in his body movement and his facial movements. Like the funny thing about a pathological liar, everyone knows they're lying except for them. And so you can see him on the spot, just making things up because his eye movements are not accessing memory, they're accessing imagination. You know how your eyes and face move? differently when you're weaving a tale and you're telling a story, and everyone has a built-in lie detector that says, really? Okay. If you want to believe that, go right ahead. All right, family. That is it for today. I'm going to go and drink some tea. It's my I'm gonna work on this and get my whole self aligned with completing the Book of Enoch, because Enoch done said the same thing 1,000 times. I'm over it, Enoch. I don't know if anybody else feels that. I'm finishing it. I don't know if anybody else is having that experience. This is the experience I'm having with the Book of Enoch. Enoch, I'm over it. Get to the point. You know, said the same damn thing 1,000 times. You told us a whole history of the Bible through sheep and vultures and wolves. And now we got to go through all the planets again. And now we have to go through and tell your kids and tell your kids and tell your kids and tell your kids. And Methuselah, get all your kids and get all your kids and get all your kids. And all my kids come and tell all your kids and all your, and I'm going to write it in a book. And this is what I'm going to write in the book. And he's saying the same damn thing over and over. But it's okay. It's okay, because we are here for all of it. And we said we're going to read this so we can find out for ourselves what is inside. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Peace.